Alrighty, everybody. I know I usually say that I don't fall victim to the loot box or the microtransaction nonsense, but there's only a couple more days left, and I finally got to a point where I looked at it and I'm like, well, if I buy this, if I buy the thing now, I've got a few more days before the whole thing closes out, and plus I'm going to be streaming all of this, so I think it would only be fair. As such, I bought I got the mastery all the way up from there, and as you can see, it's set to expire in a week. I got all these coins and all these things. Like, I got a mythic, I got a draft token, apparently. I don't know what that does for me, but I got a draft token. And I got 200 gems, which I apparently actually just got 400, so that's awesome. As such, the next levels, as you can see, is just a style card, another pack, which I'm going to get another pack when I do that, and then this four-eyed cat that I will be using. And currently I do have one of the cats. Like, when you first get in, I took the horned guy there. He's now part of my storied little world. But the reason why I'm recording this is because we've got a lot of packs to open. So let's go on ahead and start with the Guilds of Ravnica pack. One of the packs from Guilds from Ravnica. Starting with this one, we've got Capture Sphere, 3 and a blue. Creature enchantment, flash. Whenever it enters the battlefield, it taps target creature, and it doesn't untap until doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. That's very hot. It's very helpful. As you can see, Erstwhile Trooper, 1 black green for a 2/2 zombie. Discard a creature card. Erstwhile Trooper gets +2/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. Wojek Bodyguard is a 3/3 human soldier for 3, 2 and a red, with Mentor. It can't attack or block alone. So basically, you gotta have other creatures to put in with that. Dowser of Lights is a 4/5 horror for 5, 4 and a black, which I'd say that with no keyword ability, that completely fails, and I would never take it. Ornery Goblin, a 2/1 for 2. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, it deals 1 damage to that creature. We got the uncommon wild card here, which means we're getting closer and closer until we get our next uncommon wild card, which I don't know what that does. Inescapable Blaze, 4 red for an instant. It cannot be countered, and it deals 6 damage to any target. That, I would say, more than passes the flavor test, in my opinion. And then we have Concoct. I think that's a terrible rare for the pack. I have this in my Orzhov deck and don't need it. So let's see if we can just open another pack here. Cracking packs tonight. Prey Upon. For 1, target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. That's just a better version of it's that one. It's one in the green does the same thing. Hired Poisoner is a 1/1 for 1 with Death Touch. Completely functional. Absolutely pick that up. Rhizome Lurcher, 2 black green with Undergrowth, which this ability checks the number of creature cards in your graveyard. It enters the battlefield with a number of +1/+1 counters equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. The Goblin Electromancer, an absolute favorite of our house here, basically. We've been casting the shit out of that. We have the Boros Locket for 3. It's an artifact. You tap it, it produces red or white. You can pay 4, tap and sacrifice it to draw 2 cards. I feel like that's bad. The House Guild Mage, blue, black, for a 2/2 human wizard. 1 and tap. Target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. And 2 and a black, you survey for 2. Mazda, I want to say it Mazda. Marshall, 1 white for a 1/1 human soldier. Whenever it attacks and at least 2 other creatures attack, create a 1/1 soldier with lifelink. Let's see what our rare for the pack. Assassin's Trophy. This is something, again, we've seen before. 2, you play black, green, and destroy target permanent and opponent controls. Its controller may search its library for a basic land, put it into play, and then shuffle their library. Moving on to Ravnica Alliance. This is one, again, we haven't opened. 10th District Veteran. 2/3 for 2 and a white. Human soldier. Vigilance. Whenever it attacks, tap another target creature you control, which I don't know why you'd want that. Frenzied Aranix for 2 red green. Has Riot and Trample. It's a 3/3. We've dealt with before. Get the point. Another good instant. Open the Gates. This is one I think we kind of need in our green decks from now on. Search your library for a basic land card or gate, and reveal it. Put it into your hand. Shuffle your library. You may Growth Spiral goes very well with this one, and we have Code of Constraint. Target creature gets -4, -0 until end of turn. Draw a card. Addendum: if you cast this spell during your main phase, tap that creature. It does not untap during its controller's next untap step. Drill Bit is 2 and a black. You can spectacle it for 1 black. Target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, and they discard it. Our rare is a mythic wild card, which is just magical. I need that. That is something I definitely need. Let's crack another pack of Ravnica Alliance. Feral Maca, 2 and a red for a 2/2. Basic, vanilla, no keyword needed. Absolutely works. Persistent Partitioners. This is not legal in Pauper, apparently. But it is a 1/3 for 1 and a blue human advisor. Tap 1 and tap it. Target player puts the top card of their library into their graveyard. Tap 4 untapped advisors you control, because it is a human advisor. Put that player puts the top 12 cards of their library into their graveyard. Woof. And a deck may have any number of cards named Persistent Partitioners. Noxious Groudon, 2 and a black for a 2/2 with Death Touch. Seems fine. Gore Clan Wrecker, 3 and a red for Riot and Menace. A human warrior 2/2. The Watchful Giant is a 3/6 giant soldier for 5 and a white. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 human token. Gruul Beastmaster, whenever it attacks, another target creature you control gets +X/+0, where X is the Beastmaster's power. Knight of the Last Breath, 5 white, black. This is harsh. for a 4/4. That seems severe downside. 3 sacrifice non-target. No, you don't play this card. It is terrible. Awaken the Erstwhile for 3 black. Each player discards all cards in their library, in their hand, then creates that many 2/2 zombie creature tokens. That's not terrible, but it's not one I'd be playing in any time soon. I wouldn't pick that first. Bring to Trial for 2 and a white sorcery. Exile target creature with power 4 or greater. The styrofoam, I want to say styrofoam, hybrid. It is a human lizard warrior for 2/2 for 1 and a green. It has adapt 4, which is for 4 green. Burn Bright, 2 and a red for an instant that gives gives creatures you control +2/+0 until end of turn. What is this? The common wild card, the uncommon wild card. Okay, so we got 2 of those in here. Another Noxious Grudion, Carnival and Carnage, yet another one we know very well. And then Guardian Project for 3 and a green enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, draw a card. I don't know if I'd pick that. I don't know what I'd pick out of this. Probably the Bring to Trial. War for the Spark pack we have here. Aid the Fallen. 1 and a black. Choose one or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return target planeswalker from your grave to your hand. You can do both. We know Jaya's Greeting very well. It's a marvelous card. Relentless Advance, 3 and a blue for amass 3, which means you put 3+1/+1 counters on an army you control. If you don't control one, first create a zombie army 0/0. Topple the Statue for is a 3-cost instant for 2 and a white. Tap target permanent. If it's an artifact, destroy it and then draw a card. Ward Scale Crocodile, 4 and a green. It has hexproof. It is a 5/3. That is fine. Bolt Bend. Ooh, this seems like something I want to be playing. Is a 3-cost instant. This spell costs 3 less to cast if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Change the target of a spell or ability with a single target. 10th District Legionnaire. It is a 2/2 for red white. Whenever you cast a spell that targets 10th District Legionnaire, put a +1/+1 target on it, and then scry 1. Let's see what our wild card. Wow, we actually managed to crack a pack and get a Planeswalker. We have Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. 1 blue. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards in it, you win the game instead. Now, personally, we've been there 3 times, it seems, in our online play, and that would have been extraordinarily handy. Target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard, then draw a card. Personally, I see a lot of upside in that. I don't know if I'm going to build a deck around it, but that's beautiful. The Core Set 2020 pack gives us Keldon Rider, 2 red for a 4/3. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Bone Splinters is a classic sorcery. I'm talking, this thing goes way back. 1 for this sorcery, you pay black, and as an additional cost, to this spell, sacrifice a creature, destroy target creature. Destructive Digger is a 3/2 for 3, which is 2 and a red. It is a goblin. You pay 3 and tap it, sacrifice an artifact or a land, and draw a card. Gift of Paradise is a 3-cost enchantment aura, and it enchants land. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Enchanted land has tap, add 2 mana of any one color. Raise the Alarm is another good one from a set in the past that I've played. Create 2 1/1 soldier tokens. Ember Hauler is is red for a 2/2 goblin. Tap 1, sacrifice the hauler, deals 2 damage to any creature. Blight Beetle is a 1/1 for 2 that is got protection from green. Creatures your opponent controls can't have +1/+1 counters put on them. That is a bitchin' card. And then the Voracious Hydra, which is one we've seen in the past. We've played it. It is X green, has trample, enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters. You choose one as it enters the battlefield. You either double the number of counters, or it fights target creature you don't control. Throne of Eldraine pack gives us Wolf's Quarry, 4 green, create 3 1/1 boar creature tokens with, when this creature dies, create a food token. Blow Your House Down. This is definitely... Okay. I think Throne of Eldraine was, they wanted to do some fairy tale shit, and they decided to do it because and you'll see here in a little bit why I say that. Up to 3 target creatures can't block this turn. It is a 3-cost sorcery. Destroy any of them that are walls. Locthwanian Gargoyle is a 1-cost 0/3 flyer. It gains, an 0/3 artifact creature gargoyle with tap 4, and Locthwanian Gargoyle gains +2/+0 and gains flying until end of turn. The Ginger Brute is one we've encountered before. It is a 1-cost artifact creature golem. Has haste, tap 1. Ginger Brute can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste. Tap 2 and sacrifice it. You gain 3 life. Weaselback Redcap is a 1-cost 1/1 with tap 3. Tap 1 and a red. It gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Inquisitive Puppet is one of our uncommons. It is a 1-cost 0/2 artifact creature construct. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you scry 1, you can exile it, and you can create a 1/1 white human creature token. Then you have the Shambling Suit. Shambling Suit is Shambling Suit's power is equal to the number of artifacts and or enchantments you control. And our rare is the Lovestruck Beast. Again, you can cast Heart's Desire off of this because it's you exile it. You may then cast the creature later from exile. Create a 1/1 human creature token, and it cannot attack unless you control a 1/1 creature token. Again, look at what we have here. This set was obviously designed as a love letter to a lot of grim fairy tales, what with the Big Bad Wolf, the Gingerbread Man, Pinocchio, Beauty and the Beast. That's amazing. I love that synergy. I'd probably play a lot of them too. Myers Grasp. This is a Naiad of the Hidden Coves is a 3-cost 2/3 creature nymph. It is also an enchantment creature. As long as it is not your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less. Return to Nature. I'm pretty sure this is another reprint. Choose one. It is a 2-cost instant. Destroy target artifact. Destroy target enchantment. Exile target card from a graveyard. Final Death is a 5-cost instant. Exile target creature. Wow. Elspeth's Nightmare. This is as this saga enters as it enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter. Sacrifice after 3. First lore counter. Destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 2 or less. 2. Target opponent reveals their hand. Choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. They then discard that card. 3 counters. Exile target opponent's graveyard. Personally, I would never want to face this with the Izzet deck, because everything I have, a lot of the things that I have, count on the fact that I will be having Crackling Drake. Cling to Dust. A 1-cost instant. Exile target card from your graveyard. If it was a creature card, you gain 3 life. Otherwise, you draw a card. Escape. You can cast it from your graveyard for its escape cost. You exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. Our rare is actually a mythic. This is a 4 green. That's 7 for an enchantment creature elemental. It has trample. It is a 5/5. If you tap a permanent for mana, it produces 3 times as much of that mana instead. Whew! That is insane. We have 13 commons, 15 uncommons, 6 rares, 3 mythic rares, and a draft token. Wow, I don't even know. I do not even know. But you know what I do know? That I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your patience. You are all amazing. Again, I want you all to remember to love yourself, love each other, stand 6 feet away from each other. Please wash your hands, wear a damn mask, even if the governor of Texas is an idiot and decided not to have a thing where he, asks businesses to enforce wearing a mask to help each other. Remember that you are loved because I love you. Again, you're all amazing, and I will see you all next time.